Let's do a nude soft glam for a women's conference I'm attending later today. So I already cleansed my face. Now we moisturize.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Susie Signature.
Next, I'll
Welcome.
go in with this sweat block by Ezekiel. It has been a game changer. Even my most sweaty clients stay sweat free all day and night. Just a little goes a long way, really. Apply on your T zone. Apply on your T zone. Just a little goes a long way, and you will not sweat throughout the day. Then you have to prime your face. You always have to prime your face. You must moisturize and you must prime. Never skip those steps. Next, we're going in with brows. We're going with very light, fluffy brows, not too defined. Just filling up spaces and you're making a little bit fine. That's what we're doing right now. Blend that out.
I just realized I'd been recording without my lights on. Anyway, we're applying the darker shade of eyeshadow to the outer part first and then blending it all out. Since we're going for a nude glam, I'm applying this gold shimmer eyeshadow. Here we use controlled precise movement because we don't want it to spread all around. So controlled precise movement to the inner corner of the eye. Next, we're going to use a transition shade to buff out the two colors so that there are no harsh lines. So we use that transition shade between the colors and over the lid so that everything just blends seamlessly. There are to be no harsh lines. When it comes to makeup, you blend and blend and blend until there are no harsh lines, until you are satisfied. So you can blend as much as you want. Just make sure that everything looks very seamless by the time you are done. But don't over blend so that you don't lose your colors. Now we're going in with eyeliner to bring the eyes all together. I'm doing a short wing today because I just want a more simple glam, nothing too dramatic. So a short wing it is. If you want an in-depth eyeliner tutorial, let me know. Whatever you do for the first eye, make sure you do it for the second. I'm not tightlining my eyes today, so I'm using the same shade I used for the eyeshadow underneath my waterline, just to give a little zazz. I'm mixing Zickel shade 30 and Avour shade 1 to get my perfect shade. I love Zickel foundation so much because look at that blend. Avour does a great job too, so they're just a perfect combo for me. I color corrected my eyes and now I'm using a cream blush. Please do not smile when you're applying blush. Apply it upward and outward so that it gives you a lifted look. Don't smile so you don't look like a clown. Please, thank you. So it goes on the apple of your cheeks, then upward into your hairline. That's exactly how you should do it. Apple of your cheeks underneath your eye and then upward so it gives you that lifted look. Next up is my beloved Zickel Second Skin Concealer in the shade Nude. It's just a shade lighter than my skin tone. It dries rather fast, but then it gives perfect coverage. It's one of the best concealers I've used to date. So if you want that nude look that will last you all night, Zickel is your plug. Apply just a little to under eyes and everywhere else that you want to highlight. With concealers, you have to be really precise so that it doesn't spread around everywhere, which negates the highlighting point. So you must be precise and controlled with your concealer movement. Just look at how creamy that is. It really glides on your skin. For hygiene reasons, use a brush to apply your concealer and not the applicator. Now we're contouring, so you first contour your nose in controlled movements. Make sure that it's just thin lines. You don't want to overdo it so that you don't start getting a more shadowed look and overshadowing your highlighting. Your contour should be a shade or two darker than your skin tone. just a shade or two. So you apply that under your cheekbones beneath your blush, everywhere that you want to give a lift, everywhere you want to give some type of angle, like underneath your jaw. So you contour those areas properly, and then you blend out your contour first. Blend it all out so it gives you that more angled, snatched look. The role of contour is basically to snatch your face and also kind of give shadows and definition to your face. So different faces require different placements. You need to know your face shape and know what works for you and the look that you're trying to achieve. Blend your contour into your hairline. You always need to blend it outwards and upwards, outwards and upwards into your hairline. So it gives you that ombre look. No sharp lines. No sharp lines. I like to wet my beauty blender with a setting spray. I find it's better for me instead of water. Then you use to blend your concealer out. You can use a brush as well. I just prefer to use a beauty blender sometimes. Look upward so that your it doesn't crease underneath your eye. So look upward while you're blending your concealer. I'm using a lighter shade of Ezekiel in shade neutral to brighten my under eyes a bit more and brighten some strategic places on my face. Just a little goes a very long way. Keep it in the inner corner, don't take it outward, just in the inner corner, very little quantity since it's very bright. And then bridge of your nose, it's optional but very small on the places you highlighted, just a little bit to brighten it from the middle, just a little bit. And then we blend looking upward so that it doesn't crease. Make sure you look upward. Blend, blend, blend until there are no harsh lines. In makeup, blending is super important to make everything look cohesive and perfect. Then you use a setting spray to melt all your liquids together. I'm using a translucent setting powder today. First, even it out at the back of your hand before using underneath your eye to reduce the chances of creasing. This is a tip you might not get elsewhere. Blend it at the back of your hand first, even it out before pressing on your face to give you that filtered look, no creases. After setting my concealers, I'm setting my contour as well with a contour powder 2 shades or 3 shades darker than my skin tone for the effect I'm trying to get today. So normally you use a contour a shade or two darker than your skin tone, but today I'm using one that's almost 3 shades darker because I'm still going to blend it all out, but I want a more sculpted look today. Then going with your blush, right where you put your cream blush, now you're setting it with your powder blush. Blushes tend to disappear over time. So I usually use something a bit more pigmented because when I blend it all out with a powder that's my skin tone, it'll just melt everything in. And during the course of the day, it gets lighter and fainter. After blending the whole face with a powder in my skin tone, then I set with a setting spray. We're doing a nude lip, obviously. So blend out with your brush. No need for extreme smacking. Just blend out with your brush as best you can so that it's all even. I'm using my Born to Glow highlighter to highlight my cheekbones and my nose. See, I'm already looking like Barbie. Huh, perfect. Highlighter, just like most other makeup products, a little goes a long way. Don't overdo it. Just a little to give you that shimmer when the sun strikes you at just the right angle. So a little goes a long way. Lastly, I'm going in with my finishing spray to keep the look together all day. It makes it sweat proof and waterproof as well. So now nothing can move this makeup except I touch it. It's perfect. So this is the finished look, guys. How does it look? Would you be trying this? So if you haven't already, kindly subscribe, like and share so you can see more of this. This is my look after 8 hours, guys. 8 hours. I mean, just look at that. Anyways, subscribe, like, and share so that you can see more of this content. If you want any in-depth tutorial on a particular step, just comment and I'll look into it. See you in my next video. Bye.